something to talk about. I'm going to eat McDonald's, and I don't give a fuck about the weight loss contest. Because JC's going to lose anyway. Because he's fat, and he sucks. This is it. That's all. Thank you. Bag. Thank you. Put that shit down, you fucking asshole. Richie is more worthless than JC. Because he eats fucking 2 eggs in the morning and thinks he's going to lose weight. Tomasi's done. He had McDonald's for lunch yesterday and for breakfast. And probably for dinner too. And now he's out sick today. He's fat. I'm doing the opposite of a hunger strike.
What do you think you need to do in order to win?
And not eat when I'm about to eat. JC sucks and Richie sucks. That's all. Thank you.
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Monday, President's Day, February 16th, and that means it is time for 3 drink minimum. I am joined by a couple of people today. Our beautiful, beautiful hosts, JC.
You got darn right. What up?
JC, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Who authorized that piece of shit motherfucker to even think that he could beat me in anything? What is that?
He's been talking shit now for a week and a half about this contest.
I swear to God. You know what? Let's not even talk anymore. James, if you're watching, just put those hands up. That's all. I don't even want to hear your mouth. Just put the hands up, and we can settle this like real men. How about that?
Hands up, don't shoot. Other co-host is here, the beautiful and gingered Chrissie Mayr.
Hi. I think you took way too long to introduce me.
I agree. I am so sorry. We had to deal with JC's face a little bit longer than we want.
Turned down.
Turned down. James Mooney wants you to go down.
Happy President's Day, everybody. Should we play, like, pin the teeth on George Washington?
That's not a bad idea. I don't think we have.
Washington. He's a G.
He's a G?
Absolutely.
G for George?
Nah, just because he was the first.
He's the OG.
He is in the game, and he was the first president to say, listen, this is wrong, this whole slave thing, but I just can't get rid of him. And he rocked out with his cock out, and he kept those slaves, but at least he, admitted it.
I don't know if he...
the honesty.
I'm pretty sure his dick was in his pants for, like, most of his presidency.
No, I heard he impregnated 76 slaves.
Okay, I don't know about that.
76.
But if he did that, he's a real G. That's what's up.
Well, is he a real G, though? He kind of didn't. They didn't have a choice, did they?
No.
Well, who didn't have a choice?
The slaves.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about. I'm just talking about. Listen, gangsters do gangster shit. We don't care about what your choice is and all that. And I say we because I am also a G.
Does that mean you're a gangster?
Correct.
I don't think so.
Not in the conventional sense, but yeah, in other ways.
Let's welcome a couple people that are hanging out on the couch tonight with us. To the left, we have Mr. Al Wagner, who is a local comedian here in Westchester County. How you doing, Al?
With swag.
I'm good.
Thank you. In the middle, of course, is Chris Robinson, who has Skyped in the past 2 weeks.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, hi guys.
How you feeling? You feeling a bit better?
I'm doing, yeah.
I'm wearing a shirt this time.
Like I'm fully clothed.
You look sick. Why are you even in here? You look like you look contagious.
I mean, that's kind of how he always looks.
Right off the bat. Maybe,
I'm not trying to start. I'm
nice.
just saying
Maybe
you look like a disease.
You should try to be just a little bit nice.
I'm not going to try.
Maybe he actually is sick, and you're really just tearing him down right now.
I know he's sick. You can look at him until he's sick in the face. Look
Be nice.
I'm going to give that sickness to you now.
Be nice, JC.
Yeah, thank you.
Is it contagious, Chris?
It is absolutely.
I know. Look at people moving away from him. Good. I'm glad. I'm so glad he's contagious on that couch.
Just don't lick the mic.
Speaking of the couch, we have one other person on the couch joining us for the first time, Mr. Damo Hicks.
Ooh,
there
hey,
he is.
Damo.
In the
Damo,
building.
welcome.
What's happening, guys? It's actually Damo.
Damo.
Oh my God! You gotta.
The phonetic spelling would be.
JC, you gotta tell me this.
Don't be a lame-o. Call Damo.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
This is Black History Month. I'm supposed to know how to spell a black dude's, pronounce a black dude's name.
Demo.
Demo?
Demo. I don't even call him Damo, which is hilarious.
That's fucked up.
That's to say, we've been friends for all these weeks, and I don't even know.
Literal weeks.
And I don't even know his his real name because we don't really.
I don't even know what the JC stands for.
That's it. We don't care. Like
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
need to know his name.
No.
Unfortunately, it's
I
not.
know what it means.
Jesus Christ would never work.
I know what it is too,
I
but
know
we're
what
not
it means,
revealing that on
too.
the air.
I'll blast it.
No.
Anyway.
Guys, we've got a really fun show for you tonight. Well, first of all, we have a sponsor.
Oh my God.
We have a sponsor.
I hope it's something
Gypsy,
hot.
can you throw up the picture that says sponsor? I am really excited about this sponsor because it's a really fun place that I like to go to whenever possible. It's Romantic Depot.
Ooh,
Romantic Depot. One-stop shop in Elmsford, New York for any of your sex toys. Chris,
I know them very well.
double-sided dildos that you might need for the
know
girlfriend
them.
and you.
Yep, I have 10% off coupon too from winning that game.
Because you ate the condom.
I did not eat the condom. I put it in my mouth and then I spit it out
Some people
and then
will
I
do
put it back in
anything
my
for
mouth.
fame, and that's we need people like you.
Jason, you say that line a lot, I noticed.
It's not a line; it's the truth. Chris has eaten a condom. He's stripped naked with Tommy Grossi. They did some type of homo shit it was disgusting.
Don't act homophobic.
Sexually explorative is actually a better word.
What else? What haven't you done to get ahead in this business? That's the real question. Not what have you done. What haven't you done?
We haven't dressed you as a woman yet.
That ain't happening.
That's
Yet.
absolutely
It's not going
gonna
down.
happen.
Hey, let me tell you something.
We can put money on that, bruh.
Any comedian that wants to make it in this business has to do it once.
Put a dress on.
Martin Lawrence.
I really need this to go
Robin
on record. I
Williams
am
did
not putting on a dress. I'm telling you, it's not happening.
Look,
And I already
Tom
know I'm
Hanks
gonna be
did it.
famous. Who did it?
Tom Hanks did it.
That's
Bosom
not a
Buddies?
that's not a surprise. That's
Bosom
not a
buddies,
surprise.
yeah.
TV show, my friend.
A lot of
You wanna make it, you
a
gotta
lot
put
of
a dress
males
on.
have put on dress to make it. And I'm telling you, I'm not doing it. And I get that. I know that that's an avenue that you have to take. I'm not doing
I'm
it.
not doing it either, but
Well, we can debate this more. I think eventually he will, and we'll agree to disagree. We'll table it, and we'll talk about it every week because I think it's going to happen. Show breakdown. Facebook News with JC is going to lead it off, followed by, we got something fun, Comedy March Madness. We're going to do a whole bracket tournament. People will be able to vote on the greatest or their favorite living comedian today. Followed by Comedy News with Chrissie. Then we're going to take a break. Then, guys, really exciting, our special guest today is Allan Finn.
Wow.
Come on. Allan Finn is here, guys.
From the Weekend Sex podcast, one of my
booked
favorite
him? How did-
podcasts.
Yeah.
I can't even believe that he's on the show, given the fact that he's so large. Oh wait, we're so large, aren't we?
We are large.
We are getting kind
I
of
mean,
large.
he's
That's why
pretty
we're doing the
large,
weight
too.
loss contest, JC.
That's right. We are getting kind of large. True that.
We got.
Speak
Let's
for
talk.
yourself.
Let's talk a minute for the next couple weeks of guests we have. Next week, Dave Seitzik is coming in. Week after that, Aldo Morocco.
We're so psyched for Sightstick.
Yeah. Week after that, March 9th, is
Fantastic.
Miguel Dalmau and his model girlfriend, Hayden Riot.
A model.
And model
I won't feel
She's
threatened at all.
beautiful.
No.
Yeah, she's very nice.
And then the week after that, the co-hosts of Guys We Fucked podcast are going to be here on March 16th.
Corinne and
Christina Hutchinson and Corinne Fisher.
Okay.
Two of my
So-
BFFs.
They are.
We
They
got
are.
some- we
You're
got some-
biffs.
We got some hitters coming through here. This is good.
We do. And leading it off, I guess, is Allan Finn of this nice run we've got going.
Yeah, I like this.
Wearing some very artsy and smartsy glasses. You guys, just stay tuned. You'll see it.
Stay
Actually,
tuned
when he came in, I thought it was James Mattern. You know James, right?
Yeah.
He looks just like. And don't get me wrong.
Wow, that's a huge compliment.
To which one?
It is absolutely not a compliment. They both look like what's the nerdy white dude? Who?
Hipsters?
Not hip. What's the Dilbert? Is Dilbert?
Dilbert is
do
a
you guys remember
cartoon.
Dilbert?
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
With the
like
tie
dark-
that's turned up?
with like dark hair.
They look
Yeah.
awesome.
They basically look like any white male with glasses because they all all look the same.
With beards.
But it is so nice to have him. I can't wait till he jumps in here. She's great.
Guys, let's kick it right over to JC's Facebook.
Do we not want to get into any weekend stuff before we kick off the Facebook news?
Do we want to? JC, do you want to? Go ahead.
I really want to hear how Chrissie's weekend was. That's really why I said that.
Gosh, I mean,
Chrissy, I think you might have a video for something exciting you did.
yeah, I mean, I had the monthly show that I host at the Stonewall Inn. We did a special Valentine's Day show, and we had Sheba Mason, Anna Dresden, Gilbert Lowand, and Eric Bergstrom doing stand-up, and then I had a live dating game show, and then also improv by Fancy Men. But the clip we'll show you right now is a clip from the dating game. It's just a movie. It's called Stonewall. It's in the Dropbox. It was so much fun.
This is
Let's
from
see
your
it.
show this past
If
weekend.
you could start it from the beginning, because it's special.
Let's see it.
I made this video myself.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
This is very exciting.
This was fun.
With my friend, the iMovie.
The new Allan Wagner said it's the new knitting.
Haunting. Cosmic? I think cosmic. Cosmic is one. That means that you know, Mateo, I didn't finish college. I don't want to be abused on an educational level. I think cosmic isn't I think it is. Cosmic, haunting, otherworldly.
That was Tim Dillon. He was a guest on the dating game, and we had him and Mateo Lane and Joel Kim Booster, three of the funniest. I mean, I don't want to say they're the funniest gay comedians. They're three of the funniest comedians that I know. They also happen to be gay, which makes them perfect for Stonewall.
What was it? Was that like an improv type of situation?
You know, we had written the questions beforehand, and I sent them to them, and I had one of my guys from Fancy Man do the questions like he was pretending to be the bachelor or the contestant. I don't know the difference. I should.
Who won the contest?
Oh, Tim won. He was funny. They were all funny, but his answers were like the funniest. He got very dark and weird, and it was great. It was so fun. So my weekend was killer.
JC, how about you?
My weekend was fantastic. I just want to talk about one thing, and that is the Heckler's Mic that we do once a month. Noma Comedy produces it. Let me tell you something. I mean this. I am changing lives in these streets, and I really need people to understand this. People are coming up to me afterwards saying, listen, you changed my life.
Are these people cops?
We're not just talking about the police. Oh, actually, yes. Because Bill Cannon, former NYPD, ripped the stage. The Heckler's Mic, for all the viewers, is an open mic for new, old, just comedians of any kind, anybody who wants to get up. And the entire audience heckles the shit out of you. And you need to bring it. And we're not playing around. And, you know, it's soul searching because you're up there and we are brutal. We call women fat, you know, if they're fat. We call guys...
Can you call them fat even if they're not fat, just for fun?
Correct.
Okay,
I think somebody yelled out, show me your tits. I was just like, this is going too far.
They said that to you?
You know what's so sad? I'm going to let that ride since I've gained 3 pounds since we started the weight loss competition. This is bullshit. This is why I hate these stupid diet loss competitions. Anyway, the bottom line is this heckling thing is real. We're doing it next month in March. And yeah, if you want to come out, come through. We get it in there. So yeah, my weekend was good. It ended great.
Glad you got it in there.
Yes, we did.
JC, let's hit him with some Facebook news.
Facebook news. Have we come up with it like a jingle for this yet?
Facebook news. You're on Facebook and there's lots of news.
There we go. Done.
Wow.
Lock it up.
All right. Let's start out with everybody's talking about SNL 40. Listen, I'm not going to go into this because I know we're going to hear more about this later on in the show. But one of the biggest stories in the night, and this is really, I cannot credit any particular Facebook user, Eddie Murphy. Everybody was talking about Eddie Murphy because it's been over 30 years since he did anything with SNL, and his history with the sketch comedy program is a storied one. And everyone expected him to do great things, and he was on for about 73 seconds, and people were outraged about this. I don't know if any of you guys saw the program. He did not tell a single joke.
No.
And listen, there's a lot of back and forth about this because people are saying, listen, what were you expecting him to do? Were you expecting him to do? He doesn't really have a good relationship with Lorne Michaels or SNL because I guess they told jokes about him that he was upset about. So yeah, this made news. 73 seconds. What do you guys think about this shit, man?
Damo.
I'll tell you what. I saw it. I saw the clip. I saw Chris Rock introduced him. Great,
beautiful alley-oop.
I mean, the intro was here, and he even went as far as to talk about how he had to stretch the show and gave like probably the oldest your mama joke ever.
Yeah.
And I mean, but he was 18 at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And here's the thing: he did come out and he did just do like a lady die quick. Blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah. But he, you know what? I thought he was gonna pull out a buckwheat, a Gumby, or a celebrity hot something. I was upset that he didn't do it. I mean, it's Eddie Murphy.
Listen, if you look at his face, first off, he looked drunk. I hate to say it, and I'm a big Eddie Murphy fan, so this is not me shitting on him. He didn't look like he was all there. He looked inebriated, and he didn't look like he gave a shit. Like, he looked like he wasn't coming there.
First and foremost, Eddie Murphy, to be honest, according to the intro that Chris Rock gave,
Yeah.
SNL is the house that Eddie
Murphy built.
Seriously. Okay, so with that being said, F the SNL 40 when he came out.
Well,
I would have loved to have been at the cellar if they went there afterwards.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Fuck me, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Seinfeld, everybody.
I gotta disagree with one thing. He did not help build SNL. He helped in a dark time in SNL. It was built by...
That's exactly what I mean.
The question
he kept it afloat for 2 years,
would
for sure.
SNL be alive if it wasn't for Eddie Murphy? Yes or no?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it would have said, yeah.
Chris Rock said blatantly that the show was literally on the verge of getting canceled, and Eddie Murphy brought it back to life.
It was on the verge several times.
Yeah.
Though.
I mean, people would say it's on the verge now.
Yeah, all the time they say
you know
that.
What now? I think it's still good.
No, I think it's a staple. I don't think it's going
now.
anywhere.
I mean,
I don't think it's hilarious.
No, what are you talking? What?
It's not hilarious. It's okay. It's
Let me tell you something.
It's doing better than it was in a couple of years ago, but it is not hilarious.
Let's speak about Black History Month first.
What?
Hey, they've got more black characters and comedians on that show this year alone than they've ever had, ever.
Oh, thank affirmative action for that.
Secondly, it's well written. It's well written, even though you've lost a lot of heavy hitters like Tina Fey and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and Seth Meyers, et cetera. So it's still doing well. Keenan is kicking ass on that show.
Bobby Moynihan is so funny.
Keenan is finally coming around. I'll say. Would you say? And Keenan is not my type, but would you agree that he's finally?
Dude, he's blown Goodburger the fuck out the water.
Yeah.
Now
gets the love.
Like.
Keenan definitely gets the love.
Yeah. But not always, because he was kind of corny at one time. I hate to say that, but he's.
You know what I hate about the whole like SNL? People like compare the show to how like great it was in the 70s or 80s. Like it is a completely different show, even when one person leaves the cast. And I think that's the mistake a lot of people make. Like I just find it annoying when people compare the show now to how it was like years ago, because it's not the same show.
You know, it's like, Chrissie, I like that. It's kind of like a baseball thing, like the New York Yankees. Like, oh, the Yankees in 2015 aren't anything like the Yankees in 2012 or 2009. You're right. They're not the same because there's different writers, there's different producers, there's different actors, different everything, different sketches, different ideas. That's the way it is. It's always going to be different. Every year to year, different team.
Oh, but we can't say that as something, a team or a show fell off. If it fell off, it fell off. I mean, things do fall off. Some things are not as good as they are before. Is that not? Do we not agree on that?
Let me tell you something.
I think a lot of people though are sticking to like the politics of things. Like they feel like they can't say certain things or they'll get in trouble for that.
Oh, I agree.
You know, like,
I think
so
SNL is like,
tell them differently.
it's like the morning news is never going to go off the air in the way that I don't think SNL will ever go off the air.
Yeah,
like there's people that are better, worse. You could argue. Everyone has got a different opinion, and like there's things that SNL does now that are stronger and better than they did before. And it's like, I don't know. I don't think it's fair to say it's like better or worse. It's just different, and there's always going to be different strengths and weaknesses with each cast.
Right.
Dude, SNL is going to be a national treasure, dude.
Yeah, SNL's not going.
Yeah, it's like the bald eagle.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's one of the best things on TV. One of the longest running things on TV.
Yeah, I would say it's one of the longest run. I would not say that it's one of the best.
You're crazy.
And I don't give a shit about them. I'm not working on SNL, so I don't care who's
Not yet.
on me.
Be positive.
Oh, no. The way he just said that?
Yeah. So would you get a job if they offered you one?
If they offer me one, of course, motherfucker. Like, I'm not stupid, but no one's checking for me right now.
They're going to come right after this moment.
Wait, I got the biggest question. You can get a job on SNL if you wear a dress.
Ooh.
Great question. Are we ready for it?
Yeah, yes or no? That's all I
You can
want.
suck my dick, Lauren Michaels. I'm not wearing a dress. No,
Oh,
I'm turning
really?
it down.
Wow.
I'm turning it down. Correct.
And this is why
Listen,
you're
and
never
I feel because this question has come up so much, I feel like this videotape is going to come back. So let me just look in the corner. I am not putting on a dress for a job.
Okay.
Let's go to
What
our
about
Next one.
They ain't know what abouts. All right, here we go. Next Facebook story. This Facebook story comes from user Hector Lewis, who is actually
Hector Luis,
which is a very funny Hispanic comedian in the city. He posted an article about Facebook's founder, Mark Zuckerberg. I can't speak for shit. Saying that Facebook is considering a dislike option after how many years of us asking for one. I got to be honest. I had mixed feelings when I read this story because, of course, I would want to dislike 97% of the fucking Facebook stories that I see, and yet I don't know if people are ready for that type of heat. People have lost their lives because of social media beef. If you put a dislike button, you are asking for pure violence in your life. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Yeah, I think if you can't click anything nice, don't click anything at all.
Well, I don't believe that.
I think this is bullshit because they've been talking about this for years, and it's always a story from Mark Zuckerberg or somebody else. I don't pay this any mind, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So, are you saying you don't pay it any mind because you don't think it's gonna happen, or because you don't want to see it happen?
I don't think it's gonna happen. I'll believe it when I see it. When I see, I have to sign up.
Do you want to see a Facebook dislike button?
Yes.
I don't care.
Yes.
Either way, I don't think.
I want to see a Facebook kill yourself button.
Oh God!
Because
we're on the same
if I have to see one more post on my news feed about someone posting, "Hey, I had a healthy lunch today. I'm grilling a salad and tilapia."
Thank you.
Healthy lunches are important.
Yeah, son.
Agreed.
Like I get it. You eat great. Here, you know what I do for lunch? $4 spot right down the street from here. It's delicious.
But
and
even more so than that, what about when someone posts something like, I lost my foot today, hashtag Jesus, hashtag something. You don't want to like that.
Hashtag leprosy.
But no, you've seen these posts, they're like heartbroken about people who have like lost limbs or they lost their pet. That's kind of, you should dislike that.
I feel bad liking a post where someone's like, oh, just lost a family member.
Yeah, I feel bad.
Yeah.
I'm going to like that your grandmother just
But
passed.
not a dislike. I don't want to thumbs down.
Yeah, you don't want to just
you lost your dad. Fuck
I think it's.
like, I don't want to do that. But I do want.
I think it would confuse people.
I do want a.
Oh, okay. So
I do want to. I feel bad. Like, give me another emoji or something, like a or sympathy face, or like.
That's what the comments are for, though. Like that you comment and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," my condolences.
Use an emoji.
They'd be better off
bitch
with
deserve to die, maybe. Even.
With a I sympathize.
like,
yeah.
I sympathize. Yeah,
I'd rather that.
Because we need more politically correct pussy shit like that.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great idea, Frank.
Thank
if
you.
it does come to be, it's going to be something that you have to turn on. It shouldn't be something that's on automatically, because there will be a lot of suicides, basically, because people don't like that.
That's it for Facebook news, guys.
That's it.
America's too populated.
All right, guys.
Guys, we're going to be doing something. Hey.
Listen up, dickholes.
Listen up. Yeah, thank you. Chrissy, calling that again. I like how you say that.
Listen up, dickholes.
Oh, God.
Gross.
We're going to do something really fun over the next few weeks. We're going to call it the Comedy March Madness. We're going to take 64 greatest living comedians, and we're going to do a whole tournament-style bracket thing. People are going to be able to vote online, one person against another, and you can interpret it kind of however you want. You could say best at stand-up, most successful stand-up comic after, highest grossing, whatever you want. Right now we've got 59 comics. I'm not going to name them all, but we need 5 more. I want to see if we can do a quick little debate on a couple of them that I think should be on, or Chrissy or JC thinks should be on. Quick roundtable. What do you guys think about Mike Birbiglia being on?
Birbiglia?
I thought it was Birbiglia.
It's Birbiglia.
Is it? No shit.
Yeah,
Fuck.
It's okay. Now you know.
Black History Month. I gotta know how to pronounce. Yeah.
He's
He
white.
is not
I
black.
know.
Oh.
This is
Jesus,
the
I was
shit I'm
kidding.
talking about.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
Mike Birbiglia.
Yes.
Yes, all around. Mike Birbiglia is
He's
on.
a good storyteller.
Lived in DC for a while.
Patton Oswalt.
Of course.
Oh, whoa.
Of course.
Wow.
I'm upset that he's not on it.
There's 61.
That's another DC
This is
guy.
why we're doing this, to confirm.
George Lopez.
Not a fan.
Yeah, you can't. Again, this is why we really are not ready for this conversation, because we need to specify how you get onto this list. George Lopez is a really high grossing comedian.
Yeah,
he's someone to contend with, whether you like his shit or not.
Is this a comics?
Is it best?
Exactly.
Yeah, is it best talent wise or best like
or is this a
success wise?
high grossing list?
It's up to the person that's voting, because it's going to be biased no matter what. Let's embrace that.
But we have to. What are the first 64? How do they make the list? Is it
just us saying that
we're in charge? This is
collectively?
our show.
Yeah, this is our show. The 3 drink minimums comedy March Madness bracket. How's that sound? Better?
Okay, well then, fucking Carlos Mencia. Let's.
He's on it.
Why? No, I'm saying why. Now, why? Whoever put him on, which is fine. Why is he on?
That's a great question.
Would you disagree with Carlos Mencia?
I'm not answering that question. I asked the question, and you're not going to answer my question with a question back at me and try to ruin my career.
Because
JC, you don't have a career.
I have an absolute career. It's in the shitter.
It's like a baby deer.
We came up with about 30 that we thought were slam dunks, no matter what. Like Jim Carrey's, Jerry Seinfeld's, Chris Rock's, Eddie Murphy's, Don Rickles, Bill Cosby's, Carrot Top, Chappelle. All those are honored already. There were the last 20 or so that we wanted to just decide together.
I do not think that Don Rickles is a slam dunk. I love Don Rickles. I think he's phenomenal. But are we talking about current?
Is this living?
Don Rickles still does get up on stage.
What does that mean?
True story. He does. Is this living or dead?
Living, alive. Okay. That's why. That's why it's more.
Don Rickles was great in his day, in the
greatest
in the
living
20s and 30s. But now, what is Don Rickles doing now? What have you done for me?
We
lately?
mean like during the time that he had
He's
done
alive.
stand up.
Like Eddie Murphy was amazing in the 80s.
Chrissie just clarified something.
We clarified this on the phone. We talked for like an hour today,
and I didn't understand a goddamn thing you said.
Not a terrible.
Sometimes you need a feminine touch.
Yes, I did understand what
Chrissie said.
In his heyday, Don Rickles was one of the best roasters of all time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was a beast, dude.
He lost that to Jeff Ross now.
Sean Donnelly named his dog after him.
Isn't Jeff Ross on the list?
He was the next one I was going to ask about.
Jeff
yes or
Ross
no?
Gets that.
Yes, okay.
Definitely.
Margaret Cho.
Yeah.
I would do that. Yeah.
I'm getting mixed reviews all around.
Come on, people.
Margaret Cho.
She's really fucking funny.
So wait, answer the question then. George Lopez, should he then be on this because of his success now? Okay.
I'm going thumbs down.
Okay, George Lopez.
We really need. This is.
I think we got it.
This is a reason why we need our special guest.
Is Dave Attell on that?
Yes, of course he's on it.
Definitely.
Dave Attell's on it. Yeah, Dave Attell's on it.
This is why we need our special guest.
It's Hannibal Buress.
Hannibal Buress is on it. Yeah. All right, I think that's the 64. So we'll put something together in the next week or so people can vote online, argue however you want. It'll be fun. Comedy news, Chrissie.
Okay, as we heard before, SNL had their 40th anniversary show on Sunday. I do not have access to television, but I did watch many of the clips online today, and it was great. And I've been listening to people's thoughts about it, and I have some pictures. There's one, the big 40. There's people. Man, I watched the Celebrity Jeopardy. Oh, that's the current cast right now. Don't they look so good and showered?
They're so cute.
They're so cute. And this is Celebrity Jeopardy, God, which has always been one of my favorite sketches. Will Ferrell, running it. God, and it's just like everyone picked up right where they left off with their characters. You have like Daryl Hammond doing Sean Connery, and like he's mispronouncing the words as usual, like the categories. It's just like, it's so fucking funny. And what was like really impressive to me is Jim Carrey's Matthew McConaughey. I had to like do a triple take. I really thought that was Matthew McConaughey. I was like, holy shit. And then it's just great. It's like everybody like still has it. There's Sarah Silverman. She was the host. I just like that because it's a cute retro photo.
That is cool.
And it shows women cleaning, which I know some of you are passionate about on this show.
Very.
But yeah, it was great. It was great. SNL, man.
I know Tom Grossi watched it as well as me. Tom, what was your favorite part of it?
Tom, what do you think?
Tom's here, by the way.
I've always been... Oh, yeah, hey, guys. I've always been a fan of Celebrity Jeopardy. That's been one of my favorite sketches for a very, very long time. It's so quotable, and and they just do a spot-on job. So that was probably the favorite clip of the night. The one that
I'll take the rapist.
Yeah, the whore ads. Yeah,
Whore ads.
Swords. Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, that was funny.
Tits.
Oh yeah.
Tits now. Show
What
your
was it?
tits.
I said late tits now.
Let tits now. Show let tits now.
That was great. The one I didn't. What was it? The Californians.
Yeah.
See, here's the problem that I find with and JC, I actually agree with you.
There's a little
I don't
insidery.
think SNL is one of the greatest shows on television right now.
No.
I think it is one of the most longest lasting. I think that there are moments of pure brilliance on that show.
Moments.
However, I find that often they run a joke into the ground. It's like they come up with just a premise, and they're like, you know what, that was really funny. And if they did that for 2 minutes, they'd knock it out of the park.
But it goes
then
on
they
too
just,
long.
just completely destroy it. And I
Agreed.
feel like that's what they do with a lot of the things.
Maybe
I
the show needs
that
to
it
be
overstays its welcome.
Maybe the show needs to be like updated to like today's millennial ADD like population. You know, like they say like on YouTube the videos can't go longer than 3 minutes. Maybe they need to shorten
But that's the thing,
their
though,
sketches.
because but I disagree with that though, because John Oliver, and you have the Daily Show, you have John Oliver too. He posts these 15, 17, 20-minute videos on YouTube.
They're great.
The guy is hilarious. He's entertaining. He's engaging.
Let me
so I don't think it's a problem of length. I think it's a problem of good quality content.
No, they do not. SNL does not want to go there anymore. That's the problem. They've lost their way. They don't want to touch on issues that they should. They're scared.
Are you serious?
SNL is scared. I'm saying it.
They touched on the Bill Cosby situation though.
That was good.
Everyone
That
was
was
getting
good,
a Bill Cosby.
No, matter of fact, they did a Q&A. They did a Q&A, and Larry David got up and mentioned working there for a year and how they didn't really fuck with him. And then he was
Larry David or Bill Cosby?
Larry David.
Larry David was the head writer for a year.
Larry David worked there for like a year as a writer. He mentioned it like he didn't fuck with him, and Seinfeld was the one doing the moderating of it. And he was like, "Hey, didn't we work together?" And then he completely made a mockery of SNL. Big up to Seinfeld.
When was
like
this?
there will never be another show.
This was last night?
Yeah, it was during the Q&A.
Oh, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
that's good.
That is what's up.
That is what's up.
And as a comic, if you don't respect that, fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, fuck
That is
yourself.
what's up.
Yes.
No,
I gotta agree. That was probably the banter between Seinfeld and Larry David. And then like, hey Larry, you going to the after party? No.
Why would I go to that? Why would I go? Yeah.
That was great.
That's
one of the moments that Chrissie was talking about. That's one of the or Tommy. That was one of the brilliant moments.
Shit.
That's doesn't happen very often.
That was fun.
The audition tapes were hilarious.
Oh yeah, that was really
Did you
cool to see.
Kevin Hart audition.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey audition.
It gave me.
I did see Kevin Hart's audition. I saw why Kevin Hart didn't make it on the show. This shit was terrible.
But he's not a character actor though. He doesn't do characters.
He's good at doing Kevin Hart.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's another whole fucking topic. I don't like Kevin Hart's this big move. They're pushing him too hard in these movies. Like they're taking him, they're shoving him down your throat. No, we got to get to a break.
Hey, I could go for some Kevin Hart down my throat. Turn up.
Guys, we will be right back with Allan Finn.
Yes.
And here's a break, guys.
Finally.
What's going on, everybody? Master Bong, the MacGyver of pod here, taught millions of people around the world how to make a bong or pipe out of anything and everything. And if you are ready to tune into my radio show, the Master Bong Power Hour, where we're always letting the good times roll, coming to you live and direct every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on ZenLive.tv. So come join us, because we're having a great time. Master Bong, over and out.
Are you a smoker and you need to quit, but you're discouraged cause it's harder than some like doing me? Baby, white plains paper. Baby, white plains paper. Are you a non-smoker but you like to do the tricks? Well, these are non-toxic clouds that exit your lips. Oh yeah! Yeah! White Plains Vapors, located at 210 Mamaroneck Avenue in White Plains, New York. Visit our location and choose from a wide selection of exotic flavors.
Monday's got you off the wagon? Well, worry no more, because it's now officially a part of the 3-day weekend. So get on board. Come party with the Standby Gypsy, Juju the Model, and Blue Rivera every Monday night for your entertainment week in review, off-the-wall interactive segments, live performances, in-depth interviews, and the latest in sports. The Hangover Takeover is live every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. only on ZenLive.tv.
You're watching the Zadaza Entertainment Network on ZenLive.tv.
Chris.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, I am really excited and proud for our special guest. He is a stand-up comic, he's a producer, and he's the host of a really fun podcast called The Week in Sex. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Allan Finn is here.
All right.
What's up, Allan? You ever been up here?
What's up? No, it's my first time.
How was the ride up?
It was alright. You're kind of like, it's like in the boonies, right? Is this like the boonies? Is there anything going on here? Portchester?
Not really.
It's Connecticut.
Really, right?
I mean, you're not going to get shot.
Yeah, this is a shit town. Portchester's a fucking shit
It's
town.
not shitty.
It's a piece of shit town. But thankfully, this studio isn't here because it's really the only thing the city's got going for it.
Capitol Theater.
So that's
Yeah.
true that Capitol Theater is.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming to it.
Thank you for having me, man.
So, Allan, you're a comic, and you're from the Bronx, but your family, you've got you're legal here, but you're not. Can you explain your dynamics of being here in the States?
Well, all right, so I'll tell you what happened. My parents are from Kiev, okay? So they're from Ukraine,
right?
But when they came here, it was part of the USSR, and they pretty much call themselves, they're kind of like Russian-Ukrainian in a weird way. This is like before all the stuff went down with Ukraine. And I was born on the way here. I was born
on a plane?
in Belgium. I wasn't born on the plane. But I think you talking about before about mistakes.
Yeah.
I think maybe I was a mistake. You know, I'm not sure. Or maybe they just couldn't afford a condom. Or maybe my dad was like, "Fuck it, I don't care."
Are your parents still together?
Yeah.
So, and when you came here, you guys you grew up in the Bronx, and not a great part of the Bronx, if I know correctly.
Yeah, I grew up Bruckner Boulevard and Taylor Avenue.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I bet you he's carrying right now. I bet you. Look at his mouth. I bet you got a knife in his mouth right now.
That's a really urban.
You know what's funny? I keep sharp weapons by my bed.
God, that's so hot.
I believe you, dog.
I keep sharp shit by my bed.
That's sexual.
I hide it
like that.
in case.
That's kinky.
Yeah, I got like a little like holster. Whatever. I shouldn't tell you details about that.
Yeah, you can tell by your hat that
we'll
you're
search
different.
for
He's a
it.
different breed.
You can tell like he's on edge. He's ready for someone to jump him right now. He's like, I'm here on edge. I don't know why I'm doing Russian. You don't speak.
Let's finish what we started. And by finished, I mean fin. Allan Finn.
I'm ready for you.
Shit.
Here we go. I have knife in pocket.
Anything.
I have knife in pants.
I love thug white people. I love it. Yeah.
Russians?
Russians get it in.
That's some G shit right there.
Yeah, I talk about it in my act.
Yeah,
my dad is one scary bastard.
Oh, I believe you.
At least like when he was younger, you know, like I talk about, you know, Disneyland, and I got to fight with somebody at Disneyland, and he, you know, I'm holding a spot online, and he is like trying to like get to me, but he doesn't tell anybody that I'm holding a spot. This guy thinks he's cutting. He puts his hands on him. He's like, "Hey, where do you think you're going?" My dad just pops him in the face.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, "Papa, like, what are you doing? It's supposed to be the happiest place on earth." He's like,
Anastasia.
"Not for this guy."
That's the fun thing about that story. Russians shouldn't even be going to Disneyland in the first place. That's the most hilarious thing.
They need to
people
cheer
don't
up.
laugh.
Anastasia.
People do not do fun things. Fuck out of here.
Some do. My family's a little different, you know, because I know other Russian comics, and they're like, "Your experience is like so different." I'm like, "Yeah, you know, thanks."
Yeah, you go to
like shit.
Your family goes to Disneyland and beat people's ass. That's your family.
He had a hot temper, you know. He didn't hesitate. My dad would like, he was a taxi driver, and there were a bunch of nights where you come home like bloody knuckles.
Wow.
Yeah, like if you didn't pay the fare, you know.
We like it.
Did you guys go to?
You find a way. You find a way to get the money.
First rule in Fight Club.
Yeah, first rule in Fight Club. Yeah, that's what he did. Taxi driver in Fight Club. That's what he was doing.
Did you guys go to Epcot Center?
It was him and like
a little
900
Russia
Arab
there?
guys.
Is
What's
there a
that?
little Russia in Epcot Center?
You know what? We didn't make it that far.
No?
We got the hell out of there. Yeah, because he treated like a military. He's former military. He treated like a military operation.
Wow.
So he had like a whole map. He's like, you know, you will take island, you will take mountain. You know, like he had the whole.
You want to see Little Russia?
military.
You look in my pants.
Yeah.
His father's probably thrilled about him about being a comic. He probably does not think he's a failure at all. Probably
Devastated.
Yeah.
So he if he could have me deported back to Russia, he probably would.
So you started
He's
10 years
angry
ago.
because I mean that's, you know, he came here to give me a better life because they had
Exactly.
so much anti-Semitism there. He couldn't even get into like a school because he didn't have the connections to go. You know. So he came here thinking like I would take advantage of higher education, and I totally fucked up.
Immigrant parents do not want their children being comedian. They don't.
They're very private.
Did you go to
They're
college?
very private.
Did you go to college?
I went to college and I I was asked not to come back.
Oh.
I did not.
Oh, this is.
I kind of let.
Did you show them Little Russia?
What's that?
Did you show them Little Russia?
You know what? I had no game. I was ridiculous. Like the way I tried to pick up girls, it was like beyond speed dating. Like I would just go through. I'd be like, hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. My name's Allan. You know what? I can't talk. I gotta go. I'm really busy. But can I get your number before I run? And I would do that. And I would just get like, a whole bunch of numbers, and then I call some, eventually. I really made it a numbers game.
He was cold calling girls.
That's what I was doing. I was cold calling.
He was a telemarketer for the pussy.
I was a telemarketer.
He was a pussy telemarketer.
It was my first telemarketing job. Was the pussy thing.
It happens.
So how the hell did you get into comedy then?
Telemark clitter. I'm done.
PR person right there. I'm telling you, PR person.
Well,
she is a PR rep.
That's a good business idea. I like that. Well, I guess it was. I kind of started giving up on school, and I would stay up late watching the talk shows. And I was such an outcast in school because I went from the South Bronx, where I was the only white kid in my entire school, to Fair Lawn, New Jersey, where now I'm the only white guy who thinks he's a black guy. Because I was there
you're JC.
for 14 years. Yeah. Wow. There's a couple of little differences, but.
You ever wear a sweater like that?
I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings.
No, he's got good fashion sense, actually.
That
Right.
sweater's gay.
So.
Come on, this is toggle.
Snapping back at me. All right, go ahead.
Snap.
Go ahead with
You
your-
started- anyway,
Go ahead
yeah.
with your fucking story, Allan.
So my fucking story is that I was a misfit, and I made friends with other misfits, and then I make them laugh. I made my friend Sam laugh so hard that he fell off his chair and he farted and he pissed at the same time.
Nice.
I was like, God is speaking to me through you. I became a comic.
And you started 10 years ago, but you got serious 5 years ago. Like now it's full time for you.
Yeah.
What happened that made you take that jump to going all out for it?
So here's what happened. I was working as a salesman. I went to this one office, and I fell down their stairs. And I shattered my L5S1 disc.
Oh no, that's my favorite vertebrae.
Is it? Well, we can never hook up because it's gone. So that's a weird fetish. That's the most specific. Never heard from something that.
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Vertebrae.
You have a favorite vertebrae.
Okay, now I'm done.
That's interesting. So I don't know, man. It was just it got progressively worse until it got to the point that I was in a wheelchair.
Wow.
I was in a wheelchair and I was in extreme pain, and I was like. And I went through every treatment. I did everything. Painkillers. I had like a little addiction. I had went to all chiropractors, acupuncture. You name it. Nothing helped. Eventually, the painkillers weren't strong enough to help me. And I was in immense pain. I'm like, if I ever get out of this, I gotta go to stand up. I can't die. No offense to salesmen people, because I respect the business, but that's not why I was here. I wasn't put on earth to die a salesperson.
Went from sitting down to standing up.
We are with
you. So I was just like, and basically I had spinal surgery, and that was it for me. I was like, if this doesn't work, then I'm gonna check out. I'm done.
So you transitioned from salesman to a comic, and did you have savings? Like, did you have any? Did you just say, fuck it, I'm just gonna not pay my rent? How did you transition to? Because you're a working comic. You only support yourself from comedy. Is that right?
He sells other things.
I gotta talk about counter before I discuss.
Was that the line? Was that the line?
No. I gotta talk about counter before I discuss financial things like that. But now I got some money. I'll tell you this. All right, I never really revealed this. I got a little bit of money from a lawsuit for the fall. Right, it wasn't a lot of money. I was owed a lot more money. Here's where I fucked up. Okay, I texted my manager that I had a terrible fall, and I don't know if I can make it to my next appointment. And he's like, well, you have a quota. And
he fucked up.
What a dick.
Well, he was a nice guy, but he was, it was incredible sales pressure. And I don't think he understood, maybe I didn't convey it, how bad it was. And I also was really driven. To me, it's like, all right, so I shattered my spine. I don't care. I was like, I want to be number one still.
I don't need a
that
spine.
Didn't stop me.
I love that. Love that. That's what's up.
So
Wolf of Wall Street.
yeah, like nothing would stop. I was like really when I do something, like I'm driven, So
yeah.
So I was just like, all right, I just want to let you know what happened, and that text could have gotten me a huge settlement. I got a tiny settlement. Here's where I fucked up. They give you a BlackBerry at this company, and I think it was almost every day you had to change your password.
What?
Every day, and I lost track of the passwords. So I was trying to get into my phone to get the text, and I couldn't. I got locked out.
Goddamn Blackberry.
And I couldn't. Yeah, that's why I want Blackberry to go down. I'm like, just kill them all.
If it was a Whiteberry, it would have worked.
That would have had me set for life.
Good one, Frank.
On his part to say. Did he say it in writing too?
Yeah,
that's
text.
That's a dumb.
And because I couldn't get into my phone, I got locked out, and I sent the phone back like an idiot. I sent it back to the company, thing like maybe they could unlock it and send it back because I tried getting to unlock it. I never got that phone back, never got this text back, and I got a really, really tiny settlement. So
It's okay. The settlement has a great personality.
what's that?
Clearly,
The settlement has a great personality.
Who has a great personality?
The settlement. You said it was tiny. Anyway. Moving on.
So that's insane. So now, the most exciting thing you've got going on, something really exciting you've got going on is this podcast. This is just a dozen episodes old, The Week in Sex, and it's every Wednesday morning on SoundCloud, on iTunes. You got like thousands of listeners already, right?
We have a nice following.
Yeah,
we have a really nice following. We definitely, good. We did a good job with the branding. It's fun, man. We're trying to do like more like out of the box, wild stuff. One of the things we just did, we have an LA correspondent. We're trying to get correspondents like all over. This girl Natasha Pearl Hansen. Right?
Oh yeah,
You know Natasha?
Yeah, she was at the She Devil Festival, and she was also featured on the Laughs episode with me.
She's
Not
a
to make it about me.
She's a stand-up. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. She's really funny.
Very funny. We had her. You know about Gwyneth Paltrow with the vaginal steaming? You hear about that?
Yes. What?
Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow went around all these talk shows promoting vaginal steaming treatment.
Oh, you got to steam your veg.
What does it do?
Steam your veg.
What is this?
Makes it lower in calories. It's better than frying.
So I can eat it, and it's like eating lean beef.
Well, she said, I think she said it makes it like cleaner, tighter, and it prevents cancer, which I don't really buy that.
Yikes.
Yeah, you go to a spa and you sit like on this toilet type thing.
You know what?
And
It's
they
like
blow it up your.
It'd be
your
like
cooch.
eating a pot stick.
Steam your vegetables.
Like a dumpling.
Vegetables.
Yeah,
Steamed vegetables. That's really
JC
good.
is loving
That's
the
a
puns.
good one.
He's loving the puns.
So you discuss this type of stuff every single week, and how intricate do you get into the sex talk? Like, are you like Corinne and Christina? You talk about assy and all the whole.
I don't know about Corinne and Christine. They talk about like guys they fucked, right?
Right.
And it's like a slut.
They're like very also detailed with the shit that they talk about.
Yeah.
Are you also?
Yeah, it's uncensored.
Okay.
That means
so,
no censors.
like when we sent Natasha to get her, vagina steam. So we went to the same spa that Gwyneth goes to. So we got into the whole detail about what it did to her.
Gosh.
She kind of burned herself a little bit. She couldn't last the whole 30 minutes.
Oh shit!
It's
really?
like
30
it's an
minutes
endurance test for your
So
back.
it's worse than waxing.
I guess so.
Does
yeah.
it remove hair or does it just clean
they're blowing
it?
hot steam, like it's like
That
putting
sounds
your
like fun.
puss over a tea kettle.
Oh, it's steam. I imagine it was like a bidet, like where you sit and you just blowing hot water up
What
your.
black
your
person
pussy.
knows what a bidet is, bro?
Cisco.
Anyone who's been to Europe, anyone who's been to Europe would know.
A real thug knows.
Found out. No, let me tell you, I am an OG. I found out about a bidet from Cisco Cribs. This is like 10 years ago when Cisco. Listen, everyone was fucking with Cisco back in the day. Just shut the fuck up and try to act.
Into the Dragons?
And it was all of that. Yeah. You don't remember Thong Song? Thong Song wasn't. Yeah, act like you. Yeah,
You don't know what a bidet is?
Don't profile on my motherfucking show.
What I'm saying is by default. Like, I also know what the word astounding means. But if you ask that shit in the Bronx,
You don't think that they
when
would
you came
know?
up with no one.
I used
We
to
gotta
fuck with Drew Hill, and Cisco talked about the bidet, and I imagine that this vag thing is like a bidet for your pussy.
I think Gwyneth originally did it to get all the goop out.
She had Goop? I thought it was
Goop
kids.
is the name of her company.
Yeah.
Anyway, if there's one other woman in here, they would have laughed.
Yeah. So
This is real. This is awesome. So and you get a lot of followers with this podcast. Like, this is very popular.
it's becoming more and more popular. We're getting some great guests. What's that?
Can I come on your podcast?
Come on down, man.
You can't try to get a spot on our show. What are you doing?
Homeless motherfucker outside of the. Can I get a dollar? When you come, can I get a dollar? When you get your change, my brother. Anytime somebody call you your brother, you know that.
talking about sex.
You just Chris Robinson.
That's
that's
an insight.
So we have like different segments. We have like you guys, we have like news. We have we try to like mix it up. You know, we try to like do stuff where
Do you put more emphasis into your sex podcast or your stand up? Which one is more of a priority for you right now at this stage in your career?
It's becoming where like they're kind of feeding into each other.
Okay.
And I love the podcast. I'm loving it. We got such a good group. The chemistry is incredible.
You got like Sydney Washington, right?
Sydney and
Sydney's
Katie
amazing
Holler,
on
right?
it. Katie Holler's really perfect. You know, she does this relationship status segment. You know, she's a big like reader of relationship books, so she brings a lot of stuff to the table. Amanda Gale talks about hard news.
Yeah.
Like penises.
Yeah,
there it is.
like penises. There we go.
There it is.
We have Jeffrey Katzman is like just a wild man,
Jeff
a porn
Katzman
expert.
He's
like,
so funny.
Is the motherfucker? Yeah.
Every guy is a
He's
porn
turned
expert.
on.
Let's be honest.
No, he is like he jerks off to like handicap porn.
I had an ex who would watch pregnant porn.
No,
Brian, if you're listening.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Pregnant porn is the equivalent to fat bitch porn. Like that is.
Why wouldn't people just watch fat bitch porn then?
Well, because they don't have a baby that you can skeet on. I don't
Skeet
know.
on.
You know what? Would you consider
I don't know. how to explain
if you're having sex with a pregnant chick, is that a threesome?
No.
I think technically it is.
That's like
Right.
wearing a
It's at least a
rubber.
2.5 some.
Okay, so are you a pedophile? You know what? This is disgusting.
No. What I'm saying, look, if you have
Alan,
sex
let's
with
talk
If
about
it's
that
still
on
in
the
the womb,
podcast.
you're not a pedophile. I don't think.
If you don't
That's
hit
rule.
the
As soon as it
baby,
starts-
then you're not.
As soon as it starts
technically.
crowning,
But it's safe sex.
if it starts crowning, you're a pedophile.
Safe sex.
Crowning.
Nice dimples, by the way, Alan.
But as long as you're the
It's
asshole,
safe sex
then
because she's taking vitamins, and you can't get her pregnant. What?
It's true. You can't get her pregnant again.
Boom.
So
one in the pink, two in the stink.
Ew, I thought it was one in the sink. Two.
No, the sink was never.
That's a weird
part of
abortion
I thought it
story
was
we're
one in the
talking
pink.
about.
One.
You thought it was two in the pink, one in the sink.
I thought the
depends-
sink.
It depends on your proclivity.
I thought the sink was the name for your butt instead of saying butt.
Stink. Stink.
Sink.
So Alan, are you? Are you a sexual person yourself? Like, are you a very?
I'm a
I feel weird
horny.
asking that, but I feel like it needed to be
That's
asked.
cool. Yeah, that's a good
you know,
question. Yeah, I mean, there are times where like it becomes a problem. Like I'll run late to stuff because I spend way too much time. I get like way too fickle finding the perfect porn to whack off to.
Okay.
And that starts affecting my life. So
you are a sexual person with yourself, not necessarily with other people.
I'm sexual with other people.
Okay.
He's a finsexual.
It depends on it depends, the chemistry. What the chemistry
Are
is.
you guys gonna do a segment on 50 Shades of Grey?
Oh, you got to.
We're gonna do. I'm actually gonna go with Jeffrey Katzman. And he's gonna review the movie.
Oh,
Okay,
two guys going on. Now that's
going on a date.
What you should do.
Go on a
That's
date.
what you should do. You should do a review of the book
That's funny.
versus the movie.
A couple guys I knew live tweeted the movie. John Ozalay and a couple other guys it was pretty funny. They went and
What did they think of
live tweeting it. I don't know. They thought it was like, eh.
It just looks lame. This shit looks
lame.
The chick is ugly.
Hey.
I wouldn't agree with that.
think
That's
so?
fucked up.
Okay, look, you can have. I'm a Mila Kunis fan. Like if Mila.
Well, maybe they couldn't get her.
They could have.
They could have. She doesn't.
And honestly,
She doesn't fit the character.
If I'm being honest, the dude is whack. He doesn't look like.
Oh, that's gay.
Listen,
It's not whether or not they're whack.
I'm comfortable with my sexuality. He looks corny, and she looks corny. Do you remember the fucking HBO show with Jake Gyllenhaal's sister?
Gyllenhaal.
Secretary?
That was a movie.
Gyllenhaal, that was a good movie.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that was a
That-
show.
that was a good
Now
S&M movie.
that was
That
an
was
S&M. That's S&M
Did
for
you
that
say
ass.
Gyllenhaal though?
Whatever the.
You
Whatever.
brought black people back like 14 years.
We have a
I've
minute
been
left.
mispronouncing shit on all episodes.
Guys, we've got to wrap this up. Alan Finn, thank you so much for coming.
Please tune into his podcast, The Week in Sex. It's really amazing.
We only have an hour here. Let's go around quick, do some quick plugs. Actually, let me hit these up. Friday night at Memphis Maze, Croton Comedy, Memphis Maze in Croton on Hudson. 9 o'clock show. Emma Willman is headlining it. You can see our very own Chris Robinson on that one. And Tom Grossi. Holy shit.
Nice.
If you guys are in Westchester Friday, go to that show. It's unbelievable.
Double nice.
Sunday night, open mic at Lucy's in Pleasantville. That one is hosted by Tom Grossi as well. It's a very Grossi weekend.
Too much time.
JC, anything this
Posse.
week?
Tomorrow, I'm going to be hosting a really big show down the street from my house, so it's really big.
Right.
What is that? At the Castle in Stamford, Connecticut. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Chrissie, anything this week?
I'm going to use this week's plug to plug a show for next Wednesday. I'm going to be at Levity Live. That's right.
Oh.
Wow.
At 7:30. And if you come, I'll buy you a drink or a calamari or something.
Allan Finn, you got anything for this week?
Yeah, come check us out at Greenwich Village Comedy Club. At 9:30 Wednesday. We have a lot of people from the Week in Sex. We have some big people stopping by. And the Museum of Sex. We're partnering up with the Museum of Sex.
That place is great.
It's a great place. So much fun. We have a live podcast recording this Sunday at 6 o'clock. So come on, hang out. It's a great time.
And of course, every Wednesday morning they can hear a new episode of The Week in Sex.
Every Wednesday morning, SoundCloud.com, theweekinsex.com.
Beautiful. Al Wagner, do you have anything to plug for this week?
No.
Other than your butt?
Falling back into my hole and staying warm.
Hey, Allan, thanks for coming today.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Nice.
Mr. Hicks, what do you got?
I'm always out in the city doing open mics. I just moved up here from D.C.
Oh, good
literally
job.
3 months ago, and I'm trying to establish myself in this wonderful world of New York comedy. I've been doing it for like 10 years, so I'm trying to just get into the New York scene.
Well, welcome, man. It's good to have you.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I live in the Bronx. I live in Riverdale, so that's technically...
nigga, that ain't the Bronx.
That's the real Bronx. That's where everybody thinks I'm from. That's where people think I live.
Yeah, he looked at me like,
Well, guys, thank you so much, everybody, for coming. Again, thank you to Romantic Depot, our wonderful sponsors for the show today.
I'm definitely going to get a vibrator from there.
We will go. Maybe we'll all go tripping and we'll video something
let's
funny.
all go.
Thank you so much. Have a great week, and we'll see you guys next Monday night.
Woo! Bye.